Hey everybody, Jan and Chris here from A for Adventure. Now, folks, we have had the opportunity for this last month to drive around in an electric vehicle. And we've kind of learned a bunch of really cool stuff about it. And we wanted to dispel some of the myths and kind of just basically explain to you what we have learned throughout this last month.
Yeah, it's been amazing to drive this thing. Some of the common questions so far that we just want to get right into and address. People are always asking us, how far does it go? What is the range? Well, the range is 450 kilometers when it's fully charged. And, you know, that's really been an eye-opener for us to realize, like, that's pretty much what gas vehicles do as well. The infrastructure that we've encountered has been pretty good. I mean, it's still early in the days, but over 300 charging stations across Atlantic Canada, and over 50 of those are those fast charging stations that can take only about a half an hour to fully charge your vehicle back up again. And there's apps that'll show you where those charging stations are and even help you plan your long-range trips.
And hold your breath for this. When we had to charge this, the amount we have paid has been anywhere between $3 up to a whopping 15.
We've taken it on far adventures. We've gone up to the Eastern Shore, where, you know, in Goulboro, which is in a pretty small community.
Shout out to Goulboro.
Shout out to Goulboro, but I mean, they had a charging station for us to use. We were filming with the Nova Scotia Nature Trust up there along the St. Mary's River, and we had the canoe on the roof, so there was a little extra drag. So the battery, of course, just like any vehicle, isn't going to be, give you full range with that resistance on the roof, but we made out pretty well with that trip. It was amazing. We took it down to Chester the other day, and we've taken it to some pretty far places. Antigonish.
Kepik, which was incredible.
That's right.
And that's why this partnership exists. Steel invited us to take this on the road with us all summer because, I mean, as you know, if you follow along with us at all, we are driving all over the place. And that, honestly, was a big question on our minds, given the amount of impact that driving creates, we really wanted to really minimize our footprint, certainly. So that's an opportunity through EVs.
Yeah, and if you go on to Steel's website right now, I think you'll be surprised with the inventory that they actually have. There's a lot more EVs than you think that are out there. And this is the way the world's going. I mean, imagine a world where the highway and the traffic noise is so much more reduced. I mean, it's going to create way less noise pollution. This thing is so quiet. It changes the way you drive. You think more about your consumption. You're way more in tune with the vehicle. Seriously, it's incredible how different I feel driving this thing versus a gas car. It's unbelievable, and it's really exciting. We're genuinely very excited about this. I'm moving right now, so I've been lugging, household goods, moving furniture, moving, heavy stones and moving grass and things like that for the new house. So it handles just like a normal. I mean, it's a smaller SUV, this KONA. So it really has a lot. We've been lugging our canoes and our bikes and everywhere we go. We're super impressed with this thing.
It's done really well on the road. And I mean, again, think about 90% of the driving you do, which is largely under 100 kilometers any given day. I mean, obviously it's going to meet the needs of that, but again, we're taking it on road trips all over the place and it's doing super well there. And one other really cool point about it is you have all kinds of neat features too. Like for those people who kind of, like myself, lament the loss of driving a standard, this has basically what are referred to as paddles, but basically they trigger friction in the brake. So when you do slow down, it's actually feeding power back into the vehicle.
Yeah,
so you can actually affect quite substantially how much of that power you feed back into it by utilizing those things. Chris is obsessed with it.
I'm so obsessed with these.
He seriously is.
So the regeneration paddles, and like Jan said, I mean, when you're slow, I actually look forward to red lights now, which sounds crazy, but it's true because I go into it using these paddles to slow down, and I watch the kilometers tick up of what I'm regenerating into the car. Super, super cool. We love it. We honestly love it. And
it's been awesome so far.
Yeah.
What we want to know, though, are your questions. We really want to get into it. We want to get into the nitty-gritty. We've already had some people reach out with some great questions. If you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, this is your chance to play with one of these things alongside of us.
Yeah, ask us any questions. We're going to be at an event on July 11th. So if you live in Dartmouth or Halifax or in the area, Dartmouth Crossing, the RBC Center, we'll have some link in this bio. Come say hi. One other thing that we'll say before we go is these things are also very fast.
Yeah.
So put it on sport mode.
Whee!